When applying a secondary bandage over a wound, the medical objective is twofold. You need to keep the sterile dressing firmly in place, and you need to do so without restricting the patient's natural blood flow. It is common practice to reach for an elastic compression bandage to get the job done, but using elastic materials for simple dressing retention introduces a hidden risk. The constant inward pressure can constrict circulation, leading to tissue ischemia or creating secondary pressure-related complications. The clinical solution to this problem is governed by the British Pharmacopoeia, or BP, manufacturing standard. This specification requires surgical bandages to be non-elastic and feature a loose weave construction. For this demonstration, we are using the Cotton Craft Surgical Bandage, which strictly adheres to these BP standards and is manufactured entirely from 100% pure cotton yarn. By choosing a specification-compliant, non-elastic bandage, you eliminate the risk of unintended compression. The result is a highly secure, breathable environment that actively supports the healing process. Step 1 is preparation. Before you begin wrapping, ensure the wound area is clean, the primary sterile dressing is applied, and the patient's limb is positioned in a normal, relaxed resting state. The structural integrity of your wrap depends entirely on your material selection. You have to match the width of the bandage to the circumference of the specific body part you are treating. This animated diagram maps out the standard guidelines. Notice how 50mm widths are assigned to hands and fingers, 75mm rolls are meant for lower arms, and 100mm widths are strictly for larger areas like upper arms or lower legs. Since we are securing a dressing on the patient's forearm today, we will select the 75mm roll. Adhering to these precise sizing parameters is the only way to ensure your subsequent wrapping technique lays flat and provides even coverage without bunching. Now we move to the anchor wrap. This technique creates a slip-proof foundation at the base of the limb, providing a secure starting point before ascending up the arm. Start by laying the end of the bandage diagonally across the skin, positioning it just below the primary dressing. In illustration 2, complete the first circular turn, but leave one corner uncovered to form a protruding triangle. In illustration 3, fold that exposed triangle back and cover it with a second circular turn to lock it. Because this 100% cotton bandage relies entirely on friction rather than elasticity, this exact triangle fold acts as the critical locking mechanism. It stops the entire dressing system from unraveling during movement. From the established anchor point, transition into a spiral motion. As seen in illustration 4, angle the roll so it gradually ascends the cylindrical shape of the limb. Notice the spacing in illustration 5. The strict rule here is that each consecutive turn must overlap the preceding layer by exactly 50%. While wrapping, pay close attention to the tactile feedback in your hands. Pull the non-elastic fabric just snug enough so it conforms closely to the skin, but avoid aggressive stretching. As you manipulate the roll, the finished woven edges of the cotton craft bandage prevent the material from fraying. This keeps lint from shedding into the sterile wound zone. Maintaining that strict 50% overlap distributes the holding force uniformly across the limb. This secures the dressing perfectly without creating localized pressure points. To finish the application, secure the end of the bandage with tape or a proper knot over a straight circular wrap, positioned well above the primary dressing zone. Now you must perform a post-application circulation assessment to guarantee that no arterial or venous blockages have occurred. Use the nail blanching test. Squeeze the fingernail to force the blood out and verify the immediate return of pink coloration upon release. Follow this up with secondary checks. Actively feel for a pulse distal to the injury and ask the patient directly if they are experiencing any numbness or coldness in their hand. If the patient fails any of these circulation checks, the bandage becomes a liability. You must immediately remove it and reapply the wrap with lighter tension. What remains is a completed retention system, an anchor-locked, evenly spiraled protective layer that fully secures the primary wound dressing. This close-up demonstrates how the cotton's open-weave architecture guarantees essential breathability. This airflow prevents skin maceration, even as the patient moves and flexes their muscles. By intentionally rejecting elastic materials for simple retention tasks, you proactively protect the patient from preventable complications, such as deep vein thrombosis or tissue ischemia. Mastering these specific structural folds and standardized tension checks elevates the simple application of a cotton bandage into a precise, highly dependable medical procedure.